Hello. So it's Ember. It's Saturday morning, the 15th of January. So I am here with my buddy, Olaf. He survived the trip from Walmart to Boston, from Boston to Tokyo. So I'm really glad that we made it yesterday. Thank you for all your prayers. It was a very smooth flight. There was maybe about 30 people, I guess, on the plane. It was really, really empty. I've never seen a plane so empty before, such a huge plane with so few people. And about half the people were like transit passengers. So when we arrived in Narita Airport, those transit passengers had to get off first. And the rest of us had to wait while they disembarked. And then finally, I guess the residents got off last. And I think there was probably maybe 15 of us. So it was great. I mean, we arrived at 4 in the afternoon, and then we went through a huge process of basically getting our new PCR tests done. And they did like saliva testing, which I've never done before. So it was really interesting. We had to go to these little cubicles with I guess a spitting cup. And then the cubicles had like pictures of oranges and things that would like make you salivate basically. Because I was like, oh my gosh, how do I produce enough saliva to fill the line that they needed filled? But it was fine with looking at those oranges and so that was done, and then we went to various other stations. I think maybe there was about 5 or 6 different stations. So the main thing we had to do was download this tracking app by the government called SOS, and they basically use that app to track all your movements or your whereabouts while you are in quarantine. So we have to check into that app. The app calls us, and we have to basically answer and make sure that we are where we're supposed to be. So that took some time, and then the longest wait was probably for the PCR test results. So it took about, I would say, about 4 hours. We were in this huge seating area divided into different groups. So I was like in group Y, and then so basically we were waiting for probably up to 4 hours for the PCR test results, and then to find out where our hotel was going to be. So I think that's what took the longest amount of time. But yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought, in terms of, just the staff was so organized, and I never had any problems. They could speak English and Japanese, obviously. So if I was stuck with the Japanese, somebody would always help me with English. So I'm really thankful for all of their preparation and organization. I mean, they have to see hundreds of us every day, and I only have to go through it once. So I'm really thankful for them. And then so basically we had to wait for a special number to be called out. So I had to listen up for the numbers. So the number you're given is basically what your PCR test result number will be. So when we registered for the PCR test at Narita Airport, we got a special number stuck to the back of our passport. So that's the number you listen out for, and that took 4 hours. So finally my number was called out. Probably it was around 9 or 9:30 at night after landing at 4, and then basically we could then move forward with the rest of the process, which was going through immigration finally. And then getting our luggage. Our luggage was already, off the carousels and just waiting. I think like the Boston carousel, there was like, I counted, I think it was about like 5 suitcases. So there was so few of us. And then we were shuffled to the arrivals area with all our trolleys, and then we were asked to wait for like another, I would say 15 minutes, but they didn't tell us where we were going, what hotel we were going to, or what was going to happen. So we only found out our hotel once we got on the bus, and the bus driver said, "We're going to this hotel." So it was all very mysterious and very last minute. So but yeah, it's a very nice hotel in this in Tokyo, Sumida area of Tokyo. It's right next to this main stadium for sumo wrestling. So it's, yeah, the check-in process again was very efficiently done. They checked like allergies, food allergies and everything. So I basically ordered like a vegetarian meal going forward, because I'm not so great with the seafood, and some of the meat stuff is a bit too heavy for me. So yeah, so it was delicious. I mean, I probably ate my dinner at around midnight yesterday after I got into my hotel room, but it was so good. It was well worth the wait. And then took a shower, organized myself a little bit, and then yeah, I slept really well. Woke up this morning around 7:30 to some alarm announcement actually going off in Japanese and English, saying basically we're going to deliver your breakfast by 8, so please get your breakfast from your front door handle. So it was like hanging there this morning, and that's how the meals are going to be done. So they just hang them on the door handle. You're not supposed to open the door or speak to anybody. Just stay in your room and then wait for the announcement. When the announcement is done, then you can open your door and get your food. And then once you're done, you can basically throw out your trash in the same bag that the meal came in, and just leave it outside your door. So and then every morning we have to register our health condition using another app that we had to download at the airport yesterday. So temperature, we got like a little thermometer over here. Let me just get it. Sorry, Olaf. So we were given this at check-in at the airport. At check-in at the hotel last night. So we should measure our temperature every day and then input it into that app. And if you have any symptoms, you should input that information as well. So that was that. So that was my morning routine. I woke up, I did the health thing, I had breakfast, but I wasn't really able to eat the breakfast that they gave me, because it's basically like lunch or like dinner. It's like rice and like a, side dishes. So I wasn't that hungry. So I had bought some instant oatmeal and things like that from CVS, and some nice English muffins from Trader Joe's in Boston, along with some raspberry jam. So that was my breakfast, and some nice tea. And then I did some exercises, YouTube exercise that I normally do at home anyway. So it's really great. They have this huge TV, but you can mirror your phone to the TV. So I just searched the YouTube video and then I mirrored it to the TV. And yeah, so you can basically watch anything using the mirroring function. And then I did some laundry. We can't go out of the room, so I basically hand wash everything in the sink and just hang it in the bathroom. And then I'm making this video. And then after that, I'm probably gonna read. I've got a few books, puzzles and things, and some movies that are on my iPad. So yeah, that's kind of what the day is panning out to be. But it's a very nice place. I really appreciate the Japanese government for giving us like 6-day free holiday. It's amazing. All expenses paid. So a nice room on the 10th floor with a nice view. So I have no complaints. I mean, it's just amazing actually that this is quarantine. It feels like, welcome back to Japan. Here's a free holiday for you, kind of thing. So thanks for all your prayers, and yeah, it's been really smooth. It's kind of an adventure, so who knows what tomorrow's gonna bring. But yeah, I'm just very curious to go through this process and learn from it and enjoy it as well. I think we have to always look on the bright side, because it really is quite unique. I think Japan is really unique in their quarantine process compared to most other countries. So thank you very much, Japan. 本当にありがとうございました。So have a great day. Bye from Tokyo.